Okay, sorry. So go on.
Yeah, my interest in food started as a 15-year-old, where I just was curious, I think is the word, about food. I woke up one morning and decided I wanted to cook, and that's what happened with me. I didn't have any galloping gourmet parents. I didn't go and dine all in the best hotels in France, and we holidayed in Wales, and the sort of the food was very, very basic on holiday. And when, you know, we used to cook our own food. When we were camping and caravanning, etc., etc. So food was always around us, as with every young person growing up. It's whether you register, isn't it? And I don't know, I just, from the moment I decided I was interested in food, that was the only thing from that moment till the age of 25 that was important in my life. Because I gave myself a 10-year period to sort of climb the ladder, if you would. I was very ambitious. I wanted to be as good as I possibly could, and food became my life, and has stayed as the core of my life.
So where did you train?
Accrington College. Yeah. I went because I wasn't sure, although it was food I wanted to be a partner with. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to be on the front of house or on the kitchen side, and so I went and did a general catering course at Accrington College. And in those days, you know, Accrington College was seen as one of the best colleges in the country. Sadly, as everything moves and shakes, it's perhaps not now, but you know, and I was very lucky that Michael Quinn, who became the first British head chef of the Ritz, taught me at college. So yeah, and I can still remember one of the fondest memories I have of Mrs. Smithies, who was a pastry lecturer at Accrington College. My first thing I did was lemon meringue pie, and I brought it home, you know, with the sort of greaseproof paper wrapped around it on the Accrington bus, as proud as punch. And I remember, you know, we all had it for tea at home, and there was, you know, we're a family of 6, and you know, it took hold. It's amazing because that memory has stayed with me. In fact, for Obsession this year, I created a lemon meringue pie. So, you know, 30 odd years on, you're sort of 30 and well, 30 and a few, yeah.
And you're still doing it. Yeah,
I'm still doing it.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And so yeah, food captures you. It's a, you know, it's more than a job.
Totally. So let's speak a little bit now about food in Lancashire and Blackburn as well. So can you can you tell me something about food in the region? I don't know. Yeah, just generally, how would you give an introduction to food in Lancashire or Blackburn?
Well, we're very lucky in Lancashire, and you know, in the northwest, that we've got you know, good food routes. We've got a great growing area over sort of the Tarleton way, you know, going out towards Southport, all those amazing sort of black moss areas, and you know, that's you know, the Hesketh Bank area is really our key growing area in this part of the world. So when you're looking for local ingredients, you know, from sort of April right through to the end of November, December, that's where the potatoes and cauliflowers and tomatoes and carrots, and that's the core area for that. And then we're obviously very famous for cheese. We've got the Beacon Fell area, where there's 7 Lancashire cheesemakers. You've got the pastures are so rich around here, so you've got good lamb and beef. So really the backdrop for growing and for farming and for producing is fantastic in Lancashire. You go deeper into it. Blackburn's food culture obviously is indifferent. I can always that's a good word, isn't it?
Oh, I think you say.
Well, it's indifferent, and I think it's got to be rediscovered because there's so much diversity now in Blackburn. You know, we have to re-identify what is the food culture. How can we marry that food culture with what we're serving in the restaurants and the pubs and the local eateries, and you know, the diversity that there is should be celebrated and actually looked at. And I think in a way that's one of the reasons we're here. We're looking, and we've got the Festival of Making coming up over the next couple of months. So so yeah, you know, go back to things that are obvious. Lancashire hot pot. Go back to black pudding. You know, when I first came here, I did a 17th century dish which is black pudding and pink trout. I put a nettle sauce with it, and that dish is still to this day one of our biggest sellers. You know, so 34 years on, it's still a big seller. So this area is full of richness and culture. The food identity now in the direct locality, so Blackburn, as I said, I think, you know, we need to work a little bit, because we've got, you know, all the memories that there are from Fleetwood, Morecambe, potted shrimps, all those sort of things are still there. Yeah,
just from speaking with the students, actually, I've actually been incredibly surprised at the richness of what they're coming up with, what they're saying, all these rag pudding and sad cake and butter pie.
Yeah, butter pie, yeah, that's another Lancashire one, isn't it?
Yeah, these are all new to me, you know. So I think it's a very, very rich tradition, actually. That could really
rag pudding's a very, you know, it's a very British dish. I don't think we can claim it as a local, but it's a very British dish, yeah. And we cook rag pudding periodically in the pubs and here. And basically it's a steak pudding baked in a rag, so that's where, you know, steamed in a rag, should I say, or you can bake it in the oven in a rag, and yeah, it's great traditions. I often wonder in detail, well, you know, because this area, and Blackburn in particular, is famous for the mills and the stories in that industrial revolution of, you know, people actually taking hot pots into, you know, when the brickyards were going and the mills, and they go down with an uncooked hot pot, leave it in the local bakery, and then come back and pick it up on the way home, and stories like that. But I think that heritage, you know, could be researched in even more detail, because it would be fascinating to know what actually people ate when they were working incredibly hard in that industrial time.
It's almost equivalent to the kind of Cornish pasty kind of thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So how has the food developed then? What do you think have been the biggest food developments in the region?
I think in the region as a whole, you can see that the region has prospered. And so therefore lots of pubs, restaurants and hotels have developed. And the Ribble Valley, where we are sited now, or we're on the edge of, is very competitive. I mean, there's lots of really good pubs, there's lots of really good restaurants, and there's lots of good hotels, so we're well catered for. I think when you go more into the industrial heartland, that needs, you know, when you go into your Blackburns and Boltons and Accringtons, that's the bit that I think the government's struggling with throughout the UK. As cities have grown and drawn in people, as they do, the towns have become somewhat starved of core investment and confused of what direction they should go in. And you know, we opened the cafe, as you know, sort of 9 months ago in on the Cathedral Quarter, and you know, that was something that we wanted to do, linked to Andrew Hindley, the canon at Blackburn Cathedral. We'd always wanted us, if he got his way and got that refurbishment done in the cathedral, that he wanted us to do that cafe. And what we're hoping to do is do a, you know, in a very small way, do a small version of Lancashire regional food in that, and we offer, you know, everything linked to the local suppliers in the area.
All right. So.